Well, a little trick I find that a lot of people don't do is actually take a marker float out in the boat, and I've already taken a marker float out in the boat and found a little ledge. So you never actually see that actually happen, and I find it's a brilliant little trick. So the next thing I do is take a rig out. So you see the marker float's already out with the fish finder. I already use the fish finder with the marker float, and I can put the bait in the perfect position. So we've now just taken the boat out. And another key thing is when you do take the boat out, take it out very, very slowly. Don't need to rush. Two things that helps, it stops line twist, but also you've got better control of the boat, and you can also see what the bottom looks like on the fish finder. I never look for fish, it's always looking for ledges, weed. Let's say with the marker float already out there, I can place that bait in the perfect position. And once it's placed, you sort of just line it up, so you don't need to put the marker float out there again. And I think another key advantage by taking the marker float out like this is you're not boshing around in the water, so you're not scaring the carp. And you can see the boat is now getting near the marker float. I've pulled the marker float back a little bit, and as you can see, I found a ledge. The boat's just going past, I just put it past the marker, and you can see the little ledge now, and that's where I'll drop the bait. There's different ways you can drop it. You can drop it straight down, or you can spin it. So spin it to create a feeding so the area is bigger. I've dropped the bait, the lights flash, I've now dropped my bait. Now I bring the boat back, I put the rod back in on the rod rest so the line sinks slowly before I put the indicator on. Once it's all set up, the other thing I always do is just put a little bit of line on the main line, so a bit of marker braid so I can find that spot, and also line it up with the trees on the far side or some kind of marker. And then you've got a perfect place. But as I said, little trick is make sure you use the marker float as well as the fish finder, because then you can find little gravel bits, silty areas, and also where the weed stops, and you can just put a bait by the weed. And that's brought me a lot of fish.